It looks stupid. Rubber pirate, that looks dumb. King of the Pirates, crazy. Japanese cartoons.
No.
That's what I consistently heard from my friends and family when I would try to get them to understand why I was laughing, crying, and being overall just joyful. There was nothing I could say or do to change their prejudices. I didn't exactly have the best track record when it came to entertainment recommendations.
I am so sorry. I had no idea it would be that bad.
But this was different. One Piece has something for everyone in it. Adventure, comedy, drama, romance.
Could you perhaps show me your panties?
Yeah!
If only there was a way I could trick them into experiencing the story, the character interactions, and the pure joy and fun of Oda's world. Just a taste. And with that taste, an addiction and desire for 1,000 more. The gateway drug. Historically, American adaptations of Japanese manga and anime don't do a great job of putting forth on display what makes the original worth watching and reading. They haven't even come close to capturing the spirit of it.
Hey, Goku, right?
Say what?
They share the same names, but nothing in common. A Trojan horse that makes it seem like we're gonna get our favorite characters and moments brought to life. Only to be slapped in the face with the ego of the producers and the writers they hired, thinking they need to update these iconic moments.
It was nice to do a film version that sort of turned it on its head. That, I think Adam has this sort of satirical sense of humor in like You're Next and The Guest and all those movies. So I knew he would bring sort of a Fight Club-esque edge to it.
That's an interesting response.
By changing everything to make it more acceptable to non-fans, you end up alienating your core base, and then at that point you don't get anybody new because you have the original fans bashing it for how much it sucks.
Okay. Relax, Light. You're asleep. You're asleep and you're dreaming of some 8-foot-tall demon.
Oh, yes. A dream.
Tomorrow Studios learned that the hard way when they made the live-action Cowboy Bebop. Everyone involved pretty much had no desire to create something that would honor what came before. They thought, we can make it better. Look how that turned out.
Yes, you are. You're spiked. Cowboy! Bounty hunter for hire! Wake up! I have a job for you!
It seems like people would rather have hemorrhoids than watch this show. And as someone who hasn't seen the anime it's based on, I can still watch this and recognize that it's probably disgraceful to the source material.
Think about it. If you're a Hollywood producer looking to make profit off an existing IP with an established fan base, what do you think would be the wisest road to go towards that's going to recoup your investment? A, figure out why the original work is highly praised, attempt to adapt the essence and idea of it behind the characters, the essence of the story.
That's a good point, but keep in mind that I don't want...
Or B, rewrite everything with only keeping the name because you know more than the original creator.
Sounds to me like blackmail.
You're damn right it is, because, Jet, you are black and you are male.
You think you can do these things, but you just can't!
It's true, you don't need to do a one-to-one adaptation. It's an adaptation for a reason. But as long as you understand the purpose of a character and a moment in the story, and find a way to replace it with something that serves the same purpose and works just as well, that's fine too. For example, instead of going with locking Luffy in a cage made of sea stone, Buggy decides to drown Luffy in seawater. They both serve the same story purpose, but with drowning Luffy in seawater, you're able to use it as a flashback point to Shanks saving Luffy and tying it to Luffy's new crew saving him.
That's an interesting way of that makes sense.
There's been such a negative stigma against live action anime adaptations, but the concept of it serves as a great springboard to get people to finally watch and read the original material. Sometimes your word is not good enough to get somebody into a show. Unfortunately, there are stubborn people out there who will not give stories a chance simply because they're animated, and specifically because it's an overseas animation.
I'll never forgive the Japanese!
Live action adaptations have the potential to show off aspects of the story and characters to get people hooked in and more inclined to be open-minded, to check out the source material simply out of wanting to find out what happens next. And that's exactly what Netflix's live action adaptation of One Piece has done for my family and friends. They sped through the live action, absolutely adoring it. They finally understood what I meant by how a carefree boy in a straw hat who smiled all the time reminded me to not give up and not to take every little thing in life so seriously. They were able to see how much fun it is to see a makeshift family have fun with each other and stand by each other when things got serious. They were able to see that the story of One Piece had the chance to rival any show that they've watched up to that point. I understand that the live action's not perfect. It makes quite a few changes. Some I like Garp and Bogard and Buggy getting more screen time, and others I don't, like Luffy eating the gum gum fruit being played up seriously instead of for comedy. Doesn't really compare to the original scene where Luffy's just casually eating the devil fruit because he eats all the time. What's unique about how Luffy got his powers was just how casual it was. Boy just ate a fruit because he was hungry and spiteful towards Shanks. It's something new. Usually when something like this happens, the protagonist gets their powers in some sort of grandiose and dramatic fashion. While here, Luffy just ate a fruit because he's hungry and upset. Live action's not bad, but they removed the charm of why I liked that scene so much.
But the one you ate also turns your body to rubber!
No way! It can't!
You dumbass!
I also personally don't like how serious Zoro is here, especially because this is pre-time skip, but McKenyu did an excellent job with what he was given. Some fans don't like the adaptation because of stuff like this, and that's totally fine. But what's great about it, even if you didn't personally enjoy it, is that even though it's not a one-to-one adaptation and some of the changes aren't for the better, it will get more people to actually watch the anime and see how amazing it is.
So good.
It's a win-win all around. Honestly, as long as the adaptation respects the source and does its own thing the right way, there are no real cons. Now, if the adaptation goes way off base and just sucks,
nice swing, good form.
That's just lazy writing.
You don't want to work. You just want to make noise.
then you're not going to really get people to listen to you at that point. And now, because of Netflix, my mom, who previously thought I was a weirdo, is now crying over a boat. This is the power of live-action adaptations.
That's a good point. You've got a good point.